Welcome back, everybody, to 10 Minutes With. I'm your host, Eating Dried Fruit. Things got a little bit hectic since we met last. I attempted to play Space Harrier, and thinking that it had FM sound when it actually didn't, it led to me pretty much dismantling my Sega Master System, which is now sitting here with the cover precariously balanced on top, circuitry underneath, fizzling away. I bridged out my main fuse in my consumer unit, so a fire is imminent. However, I'm hoping that we can get this game finished before that happens. Yes, it's 10 Minutes With tonight. It's 10 Minutes with fucking Space Harrier, finally. Let's go to the book. Let's go to the book. God, after all of this, here we are. Space Harrier. See, like, it's annoying really, because like Space Harriers, it's a fairly... I like it because of the soundtrack, and that's what keeps me coming back. They didn't do a port of Space Harrier on the Mega Drive. They did Space Harrier 2. Soundtrack wasn't as good. Game was kind of the same. So, yeah, this is it. We got the Master System version, so I was really hoping that the soundtrack of this would have been compatible with the FM module. It's not. So we got the ping pong, beep boop, Sega Master System soundtrack as usual, but whatever. And yes, you are right, Direct King. Dadass. I can't remember the guy's name, actually, from Space Harrier. It may tell us in the blurb, but I doubt it. Let me just read ahead a little bit. Nope. Whatever. No, it doesn't. We're still in 1986, though. But the technology of 1986 gave the programmers the ability to sculpt that gorgeous ass that we see there. No homo. Anyway. No, this is pro wrestling. One of, if not the... Actually, it's not the worst box art. It really isn't. This is actually, believe it or not, one of the better ones. Hang on a minute. Space Harrier. Here it comes. It's got to be shit. I can't remember what it is. Space Harrier? Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So, yeah, you have our titular... I don't know if his name is actually... Maybe his name is Space. Mr. Space Harrier. You can call him Mr. Harrier. Shooting, like... I don't know. Shooting like a fucking laser gun at, like, evil Yoda's face. Like Demon Yoda. Stop flossing my teeth, you must! I don't know. Lame. Whatever. Yeah, the box art sucks. Japanese box art is probably fantastic. But yeah, for some reason they decided to go with this. I don't know. I don't know what they were smoking back there in the 80s, but I don't know. What are you going to do, eh? Anyway, let us finally get to this game. Finally, after messing around inside the Sega Master System for like the past 30 minutes trying to get this to work. Ah! No, we're on Outrun. Shit, sorry, hang on. Oh, no, sorry, no, we're Space Harrier. Shut up, music. So, this might be a good idea to demonstrate the region differences. If I can find it. Oh no, hang on a minute, it's right up there, isn't it? I stuck it to the console, so you'll notice that the PAL regions, everything runs slower. NTSC regions. Yeah, we're fucking pumping! Yeah, like the PAL region's got like the shitty end of the Space Harrier stick. Actually, like all games really, just generally tended to run like, I think it's like 10%, or is it 20% slower? And they were squished down into a little letterbox, but purely due to poor optimization, because they didn't give two shits, but anyway, Space Harrier. I love this game, but only for the soundtrack, and that it's just kind of like pick up and play. I don't hope to ever actually like 1cc or anything like that. As I mentioned in the previous video, which I didn't record because I ended up messing around with the Master System for about half hour, I do own the Space Harrier vinyl because I'm a hipster douchebag, and it's cool. It's a really cool, like, what's the word? What do you call like a vinyl case? Is it like a sleeve? This is a really cool sleeve. Like, who is it that does it? Like, Data Discs do like a bunch of like retro soundtracks. And they're very nice. Like I say, I don't know why I like this, but... However, I will go so far as to say it's not by any means a banger, but it's a fairly good port. I mean, for what it is... Oh, fucking caned him. Geezer! But yeah, it's a little jerky. It's hard as balls, but I don't know. Oh, whatever. TTT. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Maybe we play it on the PAL setting. We can all relax now, put our feet up with a nice cup of cocoa and drift off to Space Harrier for the PAL regions at 50 Hertz. Now, fuck that. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, look, if you're familiar with Sega in any kind of fashion, unless you like some sort of Zoomer or whatever, then you're probably gonna know about or have played Space Harrier. I don't know if the Master System is the go-to version of that. I really don't think it is, because at the end of the day, it's just a port of a better version. If you can, obviously, find an arcade. Hey, look, you're not going to, but like if you could, find an arcade and play the actual motorized arcade cabinet. That's pretty awesome. If not, the ROM's obviously good. Shit. But I don't know. Like, back in the day, if this is all you had, then you could do worse. I'm slightly disappointed that there is an FM sound on this, though, because it would really benefit from the depth. But I don't know. Are there upgrades? Nope. This is it. It's the same from beginning to end. The game does end, though. It doesn't just loop round. I can't remember how many stages there are, but yeah, I don't know. It is very arcadey. Geezer! But yeah, I don't know. I suppose, I don't know, I mean, given the nature of it, I don't know how upgrades would even work. I mean, invincibility, I guess, maybe. Rapid fire. Yeah, I think the game is fairly rigid, I think, and doesn't really have the room for upgrades in it. I mean, even in Space Harrier 2, I don't think there were upgrades or anything. It was just, well, I think it's just more of the same, to be perfectly honest. So if I'm correct, I think the original Space Harrier was, it was like a super scaler game, like for the Sega STV, which I think they're working on now. They're working on a core for the, for the Mister. But I don't, fuck it. I'm done. Look, you've pretty much seen all that Space Harrier has to offer. It's like, hang on, shut up, Space Harrier. So yeah, you've pretty much seen all it's got to offer. It is one of those kind of games where you can just like pick up and play it for like about 20 minutes or so, and then put it down, and then, you know, like 6 months later or something like that, you'll find that you just like have the tune in your head or something, and then you might pick it up again. It's one of those kind of games. I think the strategy on Space Harrier, the arcade at least, is to kind of just... The thing's looking a bit bluer than they should on here. Hang on. No, okay. Yeah, the strategy is to just kind of circle around the screen like constantly and just shoot stuff, because then I don't think any of the projectiles can hit you. And then the only issue then, oh, my coffee's gone cold, bollocks, is basically just avoiding like terrain and stuff like that, because like I say, if you circle strafe, the enemies can't really do much about you. But I don't know. Space Harrier, I recommend you play it. Only briefly. Give it, I suppose that brings me to my rating, I guess. I mean, I suppose the rating would be like, give it 20 minutes of your time, dig the soundtrack, and then just kind of just go on about your day, and you kind of walk away sort of kind of satisfied, if you know what I mean. It does kind of uplift your day a touch. It's not actually really that frustrating, although the deaths do come quite frequently. But if you're playing a ROM, then you just put infinite credits in the arcade ROM. But yeah, or find an arcade. Good luck with that one. I was trying to think. They're all up north from where I am. There's no arcades down here as far as I know. I think they're all in places like Manchester and all that sort of shit. And even then, it has to have a Space Harrier machine. They do come up for sale every now and again. I don't want one. I'll just run it in one of my like candy cabs or whatever. But a designated Space Harrier machine, that's a bit much. Unless like you're going for the world record or something. But anyway, whatever. Play it, if only briefly, for the soundtrack. Anyway, that was 10 Minutes With. My name's Eating Dried Fruit, and I will see you on the next one. Farewell.